guys, it's Kelly from Cards by Christine here with you on a Technique Thursday to share with you how to make an ornament using Stazon. So I have this cute little ornament here. I have a friend who just built a house and they just moved in. And I was like, oh, it'd be a really cute housewarming gift to give them an ornament for their Christmas tree, seeing as how it's that time of the year. And I was looking on Amazon and then I had a brilliant idea. We're crafty, why don't we make something? So, what I did was I took the beautiful Coming Home stamp set. I just love this set. I don't know why, but talk about coming in handy for an occasion like this. And I took these ornaments I got on Amazon. They're glass disc ornaments. And they're about 2.5 inches in diameter. So I die cut a circle on a window sheet. And then I'm going to take, there's a variety of different houses. Now, this is not really what their house looks like, but the house that most resembles their house is quite too big. So we're just improvising. And I'm taking Stazon. Now, Stazon is a permanent ink. So that is why you can stamp on something like a window sheet and it will stay. So you get it nice and inked up and then stamp it on your window sheet and let it dry. And in the meantime, I'm going to go clean my stamp. I forgot my Stazon remover in the other room. So I'm going to go do that. You definitely want to clean this because it's a permanent ink, so it would permanently stain your stamp. So I'm going to be right back. So you'll want to let your stamped image dry a little bit. Oopsies. Just kind of bringing it up to the light. It looks like it's not shiny anymore, so I think it's done drying. And then what I did was I flipped it over and started coloring with blends, which also have more of a permanent ink to it. Again, this doesn't closely resemble their house. Their house is quite light. It's white and black. So, but what I did, because I wanted it to be visible that it was colored, I just picked some colors that would show up. So I made the roof basic black. Then I took the dark soft suede and colored in the door. It's not going to look perfect. I am fully aware of that. You know, you'll kind of get some of the streaky marks. It actually kind of resembles a watercolor tone to it. And I took light Calypso Coral. I kind of worked my way up to this. I didn't want it to look like a pink house. In the end, it kind of does a little bit, but that's okay. I think I started with light Petal Pink, and you just really couldn't see it. Now, remember, this is a window sheet, so it's completely see-through. So that's why some of these colors look really almost invisible. So then I went to the top of the house and I used the bronze. And I didn't want it to look like it was floating in the middle of nowhere, so I took light Night of Navy and colored the sky. So, like I said, I ordered these ornaments on Amazon. It was a 6-pack. I want to say they were about $10 maybe. So you can make a lot of unique homemade gifts for not a lot of money, especially with the stamping supplies you already have in your arsenal. You know, obviously I had a specific occasion and that's why I chose. And then we've got dark shaded spruce. That's why I chose the Coming Home stamp set. But honestly, the sky's the limit to what you can design, because any of the stamp sets you own can be used to make a completely personalized ornament. Okay, and again, you want to let that dry. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do is share with you another idea with Stazon. I make personalized stamps, so this is obviously not a stamp that you can get through Stampin' Up. But the same applies. You can use any Stampin' Up! Stamp on this. But this is just a woodcut of a birch tree, and I've seen other people do them with a wide variety of trees. And they even sell these coin or disc type tree rings on Amazon and online places. But this again is Stazon. And because of the permanent nature of the ink, it's gonna stay on here. Fitting name, huh? So another great idea for homemade gifts is something of that sort. But once your image is dry, and I think the door here is still a little wet, so I'm going to give that one more second. You pop the top off of your ornament. And then, this is a little bit tricky. I'm going to blow on it a little bit. This is definitely the hardest part of this whole ordeal. You need to coil this up so that you can get it through the top. And the window shades are kind of thick, so you need to give it a nice tight curl. And then push, and it kind of pops into place. And then you can either use a tweezer or your finger to get it so that the peak is nice and in the center. I think I had it good and actually moved it, so that was my mistake. Voila! Then to finish it off, I added some snowflake sequins in the bottom here on both sides. And then there was some static to them, so I kind of started to push some of them down or tapped on the glass to help them fall down. And I added some iridescent snowflakes to the outside just to give it a three-dimensional look. I added some beautiful Snowflake Splendor ribbon to the top, and then this little banner. You know, it was really hard for me to come up with how I was gonna like label this as a housewarming gift / like our first Christmas at home type of thing. I kind of looked through my arsenal and couldn't find the right thing, and I'm like, you know what? I should just write it. So I took a Stampin' Write marker in basic black on Whisper White strip of paper and then just flagged the ends and glued it. I did use hot glue on here and some glue dots to hold it in place, and then kind of just like, you know, bent it with my finger to give it a little bit of a wave. But what do you think of this awesome gift? I think they're really gonna love it, and it's personal and from the heart. It's really hard for me to get this on here for it to focus, but yeah, so I hope you are inspired to make some last minute holiday gifts. I know we're kind of running to the wire here, but I encourage you to think outside the box. Our stamps are so versatile. There are so many great uses for them beyond just making beautiful homemade cards and paper crafts. So I hope you have a great Technique Thursday, and the weekend is almost here.